So far in this Bonaire snorkeling and scuba series of videos, we've shown the epic scuba diving at the Salt Pier, the best food truck to eat at afterwards. Man, that food was good. And one of the best value resorts you can stay at, especially if you plan on snorkeling or scuba diving. Now we're gonna head to the site named 1000 Steps, one of the most famous snorkeling and dive sites in Bonaire, and see if it lives up to all the hype. No matter where you stay on the island, there's only one way to get to 1000 Steps, and that's because once you reach 1000 Steps, it turns into a one-way road. You will travel north from Kralendijk, if I'm saying that right, along the route known as the Queen's Highway on the west coast. There are a lot of dive and snorkel sites up this direction, so this will be useful information if you plan to visit any of these sites. Even if you don't want to snorkel or dive, this is one of the most scenic drives in Bonaire. It's a short drive that will take you about 15 or 20 minutes from the city. As a point of reference, you will pass the Jeff Davis Memorial Site. So if you plan on snorkeling or diving north of here, do 1000 Steps and any other sites before the road turns one way first. This place can get very busy and parking is limited, so your best bet might be to arrive early or go later in the afternoon. We made it to 1000 Steps. I don't think there's 1000 steps. I think it's about 67. We're here about after 4 p.m. Hoping there's a better chance to see the turtles since it's later. We'll find out. As you can see, this is not a sandy beach. It is very rocky, so make sure to wear shoes or your snorkeling and dive booties. Right when we jumped in, we saw some lobed star coral, brain coral, and tons of staghorn coral. I'm gonna try to get the names of these fish and coral right, but correct me in the comments if you think I'm wrong. The staghorn coral is beautiful, and it's very endangered. So seeing this much of it all at once is fantastic. Over by the cliffs, we saw some of this Elkhorn coral. As far as fish go, we saw trunkfish, damselfish, grunts, and a cool filefish, among many others. You will see a lot of these in Bonaire. It looks like a cowfish, but it doesn't have any horns, so it must be a smooth trunkfish. Let me know what you think. Awesome. That looks like a Barracuda right there. And I hope he stays there too. Just past the 1000 Steps site, specifically after the downhill section where the road passes through a rock wall, the road becomes strictly one way northbound. Once you commit to driving north past this point, You cannot turn around. We drove past it, and we turned around, and we got a lot of dirty looks. So don't do that. If you do drive past this point, you will have to follow the road all the way to Rincon and take the inland road back south. We do totally recommend driving up north at some point though. You can visit Washington Staghorn National Park, and there's also a flamingo sanctuary. Both are definitely worth the time to visit, and I'll be putting out a video of both areas in a future video, so make sure to subscribe to get notified when that video comes out. As always, be careful swimming and snorkeling around coral so you don't break it. Well, I didn't see any turtles. I'm not even sure. I saw a habitat for turtles. Probably you got some seagrass or something. There's some decent reef out there. Saw barracuda, cuttlefish, lots of other fish. Tons of coral. Oh my gosh. Fields. That's coral as far as you can see. That's the most coral I've ever seen in my life. Of that type. Whew. Now it feels like 1,000 steps. Supposedly, this location site earned its name because carrying heavy scuba gear back up does make this feel more like 1,000 steps. Even though we didn't see any turtles, this is supposed to be a prime spot to see them. Well, hopefully next time. So, is this the best snorkeling in Bonaire? No, it is not. Finding some of these diving and snorkeling locations is a little tricky. In fact, we show better snorkel sites later in this series. But the drive up is quite nice. The amount of staghorn coral is incredible, and the chance to see turtles definitely makes it a place for a quick snorkeling stop. Plus, there are a lot of other reefs nearby, and you could combine this with an all-day trip and go up north and visit the Flamingo Sanctuary and Washington Staghorn National Park. Alright, if you liked the video, please give it a big thumbs up, and we have a lot more snorkeling, scuba, and some land-based Bonaire adventures coming out soon, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss those. For now, to see another one of our over 125 adventures, all you have to do is click right here.